Hi students, welcome to Engineering Chemistry class, Unit 2, Lesson 3, Rotational Spectra of Rigid Diatomic Molecules in Rotational Spectroscopy. So far we have discussed about the mechanism, selection rules and type of rotating molecules. In the previous lesson, that is lesson 2, so now we are going to discuss about the rotational spectra of rigid diatomic molecules. So, from the basis of wave mechanics, consider the diatomic molecule as a rigid rotor. I told you in the previous video, consider this object as a diatomic molecule. Here, this green color is H hydrogen, and the yellow color is chlorine. And the center of gravity is pointing towards the higher mass atom, larger mass. Okay, this is the center of gravity. It is not towards the hydrogen because it is having only less mass compared to this. So the center of gravity is here. And from the solution of Schrodinger wave equation, we got the equation number 1. ER, that is rotational energy, is equal to h square by 8 pi square I into j plus 1. If you consider the diatomic molecule, the center of gravity is here, I told you, and the mass of one atom, that is hydrogen, is m1, and the mass of another atom, chlorine, is m2, and the distance from the center of gravity between hydrogen is r1, and the distance from center of gravity and the chlorine is r2, and the distance between two atoms is taken as r. Okay, so m1 you know, m2 you know, r1, r2, I, sorry, capital R. So the 5 parameters you know. The solution of Schrodinger wave equation is ER is equal to h square by 8 pi square I j into j plus 1, where ER is rotational energy, J is rotational quantum number, and that can have values of 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. I is moment of inertia, H is Planck's constant. So I told I is the moment of inertia of the molecule about the axis of rotation. For linear molecules, there will be IA is equal to 0 and IB and IC are existing. And it is not equal to, and they are not equal to 0. So for moment of inertia of two atoms is mu r naught square. Okay, where mu is the reduced mass, and for two atoms it is m1 m2 divided by m1 plus m2. Okay, so the derivation of reduced mass you have already studied in the inter, so I am just showing you what is mu. Okay, mu is reduced mass for the two atoms of a diatomic molecules. Okay, m1 and m2 are atomic masses of two diatomic molecules. And coming to the rotational energy levels of a diatomic molecule, treating it as a rigid rotor. So if you put J is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, etc. If you apply the values of J from 0 to higher level to the Schrodinger wave equation that is given as of equation number 1 in the slide 2, the pattern of the rotational energy levels obtained. I showed the pattern of the rotational energy levels in this slide. So the spacing between the energy levels, the rotational energy levels also increases when the J value increases. Okay. So, and what are the selection rules? Here you have to remember the selection rules. So according to the selection rules, the transition takes place only between the rotational energy levels and not between the other levels like vibration and electronics. So here the transition takes place only between the rotational energy levels, for which the delta J is equal to plus or minus 1. If delta J is equal to plus 1, it corresponds to absorption, and if it is equal to minus 1, and it corresponds to emission. Okay, so the change in the rotational quantum number should be unity. Now, we are going to derive. Okay. So the rotational spectra of diatomic molecules. The allowed rotational energies are given by the Schrodinger wave equation, that is ER, that is rotational energy is equal to h square divided by 8 pi square I into j plus 1, where the frequency, you have to the always we are expressing the spectra in terms of wavelength or wave number. So we have to consider, we have to convert the energy of a rotational energy into wave number. So for that, here we know that energy is equal to h mu. So C is equal to mu into lambda. Okay, so that is wavelength divided by wave number. So you have to convert the rotational energy into wave number. Okay, that is the unit of wave number is centimeter inverse. Okay, so on conversion you will get the equation number 3. Mu bar is equal, that is wave number is equal to h divided by 8 pi square IC into j plus 1. Okay, so that is equal to, we simplify this third equation and write it as bj into j plus 1. Since all these are constant, like hydrogen, pi we know the 3.14, and moment of inertia, velocity of light, all are the constant. So we take this as a rotational constant. Okay, so the final equation is in terms of wave number, that is equal to bj into j plus 1, where j is the rotational quantum number, rotational energy levels. Okay, and where b is the rotational constant. So by putting the values of j, that is 0, 1, 2, 3 in equation number 4, the wave numbers of the different rotational energy levels will be 0, 2b, 6b, 12b, 20b, 30b, etc. and so on. Okay. So when the transition, rotational transition takes place from lower rotational level to the higher rotational level, with the rotational quantum number j, the energy absorbed will be given by delta ER. So from one rotational to another rotational level, the gap between two rotational energy level is given by delta ER. So what this, if you consider this as a lower energy level, that is E1. Okay, E1, this is lower energy level. This is higher energy level, E2. So the gap between E1 and E2 is delta E. Okay, so delta ER dash here, rotational energy, ER dash is higher. ER dash is rotational energy of higher level, and the ER is rotational energy of lower level. Okay, or you can represent it as EJ dash minus EJ dash minus EJ. Okay, so on simplification, on substituting all the values, you will get h square divided by 8 pi square into j dash plus 1 minus j into j plus 1. Okay, this is the equation number 5. So in the present case, j dash is equal to j plus 1. That is, j dash is equal to j plus 1. So that is, this is j plus 1. That is higher energy state. So j plus 1. Okay, and for next energy state there is j plus 2, and for another state j plus 3, like that. It keeps on increasing. Okay, that is the selection rule. On absorption of microwave radiation, it will go to the first energy level, and the second energy level, third energy level, fourth energy level, like that. So it is plus 1. It should be unity, right? So delta ER. So the energy gap between higher and the lower energy level, we have to calculate. So what is that? H square divided by 8 pi square, 2 into so pi square. What is the energy gap between two energy levels? H square divided by 8 pi square I into 2j plus 1. Okay, so we have to convert the energy in terms of wave number. Okay, so we will get the equation in terms of wave numbers is h divided by 8 pi square IC into 2 into j plus 1. That is 2b into j plus 1. This is the final equation for the energy levels. Okay, and the wave number of the lines obtained will be 2b, 4b, 6b, 8b, and so on. So the various lines in the rotational spectra will be equally spaced, right? Yes. And coming to the applications of microwave spectroscopy, it has been used in the monitoring and control of industrial processes such as the materials with the low dielectric constants such as plastic, glass, ceramics, and composite materials. We can easily take the microwave spectroscopy. And it is used to help to determine the percentage of moisture in various tobacco systems. And it helps us to monitor the batch esterification reaction, as in the esterification of butanol by acetic acid. It is used for monitoring of the drying process in the industry, as it is one that is hard to monitor. For example, huge cakes of wet material when dried in big vessels. Okay, and it is also useful for us astrophysical applications, radio astronomy, etc. using telescope. It has some limitations, like it can be studied of only molecules with a permanent dipole moment, and the molecules must be in gaseous form, so they are free to rotate, and it is difficult while studying the large molecules by this technique. So I hope you understand. Thank you, students, for listening.